The weatherboard attachment's a fairly simple little device to set up. All you just pull that off of there for starters. Undo this nut here. Remove those. Lift that off. These are just spares, or if you want to change the angle you can fit these into it to change the angle, but we'll get rid of those. Bring him around and just engage it into there. Drop that over the top of that. Come back to here. You need to just push down on this just to get the thread started again, and then do that up. Undo this lock nut down here without moving the actual bolt on the blade adjustment 3. So we undo that lock nut, spin her up a little bit, bring this in underneath it now, like so, and again without moving the actual blade adjustment, do the lock nut up again. Right, that part of it's now fitted up. The other part that we have to change is the swing over catch bolt. So where the swing over handle locks down into here when it's in a vertical position, now that we've put that weatherboard attachment on, if we engage the weatherboard attachment and bring that back up, you can't lock in underneath it. So this catch bolt is designed so that you can have the swing over handle locked in underneath there when you've got that slight angle on the cut, or can still be locked in underneath there when you've got the full 90 degrees or vertical. So we have to take that off and swing that up out of the way for now. Undo this one. There's a nut in underneath there, so you unscrew that, spin the flange nut back onto here, just screw that back in there. Just do him up until it's tight, and also you need to have this so that that's square with the swing over handle. If you don't have that square, it'll cause it to wear unevenly. So we make sure that's locked down on there. Do the lock nut up. Like that. Now that is engaged in the vertical. When we engage the weatherboard attachment and lock it back in again, it's now locked in underneath there. So it still holds the blade and stops the blade from wanting to move around in the vertical cut. Okay, now that we've fitted the weatherboard attachment up, what we're going to do now is lower the sawmill down 178mm or 7 inches. So we're going to leave the saw in the vertical position. We're going to go down in the vertical, swing the saw blade up into the horizontal position and go back again. When we get back up to this end, we'll have produced a nice clean cut in a vertical cut. We then engage the weatherboard attachment, so it's a matter of simply unlocking it from where it locks into here. Lift up, slide it in. When you do that, this little foot, for want of a better word, slides in underneath it. When you lift bring the swing frame back over, now it sits up underneath there, and it prevents the saw blade from coming right up into a full vertical cut. We then simply make sure it's locked in underneath the catch bolt so that the saw blade can't move around anyway. And we proceed to do another, move over 25mm and proceed to do another cut. This cut's going to be slightly tapered, thicker on the top, thinner on the bottom. We get up the other end, swing it into a horizontal position, come back. When we get back up to here, before we cut again, we have to then disengage the weatherboard attachment and then lock it back down so that it's now locked in underneath the lower catch bolt. That means the saw blade's now back into its full vertical position. We're going to move over 7mm. We'll do another vertical cut. Swing it over, take the horizontal out. And we'll have produced 2 weatherboards. Then you just engage the weatherboard attachment again, and you just keep working your way across the log. When you're finished with the weatherboard attachment, you can leave this part set up. I don't recommend you do though. There's 2 reasons why I don't recommend you leave it all sitting there. It only takes a couple of minutes to put on, and takes a couple of minutes to take off. If you leave it there, for starters, this catch bolt, you're asking now for this swing over handle to go a lot further out past what it's designed to do. So if that's left there, very quickly you're going to find that the back of this will start to wear on you. So when you're finished with it, take the catch bolt off, put it back in a box and keep it there until next time. When you've got the pull handle here and the weatherboard attachment also in place, the one can get in the way of the other one. So when you're not using the weatherboard attachment, I recommend you take this off.